Solving equations. This is a review of part 5. In today's lesson, students will solve two-step equations where they divide both sides by the coefficient. Where they divide both sides by the what? Very good. So to review from yesterday, you need to remember when you are solving two-step equations, of course, there are two steps. So the first thing that you do after you make your t and you circle the term is when you look at the number that is next to x, you're going to do the opposite to both sides, okay? So if you see addition or a positive number, what is the opposite of addition? It's subtraction. And what's the opposite of subtraction? Addition. Okay, so just do the opposite and make sure you do it to both sides. Next, you're going to divide or divorce both sides by the coefficient. The coefficient. And remember, when you look at 2x, okay, this is called a term, okay? It's called a term. Technically, it's called a monomial. Say it with me, say monomial. All right. In this monomial, or in this term, you have 2 and you have x. Which is the coefficient? The coefficient is the number touching x, right? So it's 2. Okay, it's 2. And the letter, also known as the, what is this? Starts with the v. The variable is x. Okay, so the coefficient is going to be the number touching x. And remember, 2x is like Mr. 2 and Miss X. Okay, they are married. They are one. If you want to get rid of the coefficient, you have to do the opposite of being married, which is divorce or divide. So let's solve problem 1. Again, this is a two-step equation. How do you know that it's 2 steps? How do you know? No one can tell me? It's because there's a coefficient in front of x. Okay, that's how you know it's 2 steps. Because you see this couple that's married that are going to have to get a divorce in order to figure out what is x. This says 4 times what number? If you add 7, will give you 19. So we're going to go ahead and solve this equation first by making a t. Okay, circle 4x. Okay. This is the couple you're trying to split up, okay? Trying to get x by itself. So look at the number next to 4x. What number is this? It's a positive 7. What's the opposite of positive 7? It's negative 7. So you're going to subtract 7 from both sides. All right, now we're going to do the operations. A positive 7 and a negative 7 make 0. Then I want you to bring down 4x, okay? Remember, 4 is the coefficient, and x is the variable. Okay, so 4x equals 19 take away 7, okay? So we're also reviewing subtraction. If you don't know what 19 take away 7 is, you can use your touch points. Remember where they are on the 7? You can say 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Okay, so you could do that. Or you know that 9 take away 7 is 2. Bring down the 1, all right? Okay, so now you get that 4x equals 12. What number times 4 is 12? What number times 4 is 12? Think about it. What is it? It's 3, right? How do you find out that it's 3 using algebra? Well, now you want to actually divide both sides by the coefficient. The coefficient is 4. So you divide both sides by 4. Now we're going to do the operations. 4 divided by 4 is 1. You're left with x equals 12 divided by 4. 12 divided by 4. You skip count by 4 to get to 12. How many times? 4, 8, 12. Okay? So the answer is x equals 3. But you need to make sure that you check your answer by plugging it into the original equation, which is 4x plus 7 equals 19. Okay? You want to put what around the x? What are you going to put around the x? What are these called? They're called what? Parentheses, right? This means you're going to substitute 3 in the place of x, because we found that x is 3, right? So is 4 times 3 plus 7, does that give you 19? Let's think. Is 12 plus 7 equal 19? Is that true? Yes, if you add 7 to 12, that will give you 19. So 19 equals 19. Very good. Equation 2 with me and write it too. It says 6x. Read it. 6x minus 13 equals 11. Okay, so we're going to set up our equation by drawing a T to separate both sides. Okay, and you're going to circle 6x. Okay, you circle 6x because that tells you I need to look at the number that is next to this term. And I need to do the what? The opposite. Yes? So what's the opposite of a negative 13? Positive 13. So add 13 to both sides, okay? And then you do the operations. A negative 13 and a positive 13 make 0. Bring down 6x. Okay, so now 6x is going to equal 11 plus 13. So do 3 plus 1, which is 4, and 1 plus 1, which is 2. Okay, so remember, I'm going to make it a different color so you can see. What's the coefficient? This is Mr. 6, right? That's a coefficient. How are you going to get x by itself? How are you going to figure out what is x? 6 times some number is 24. What is that number? What is it? It's 4, right? In order to find 4, you're going to do what to both sides? What does this mean? You're going to divide both sides by 6. Okay, then you do 6 divided by 6. Any number divided by itself is 1. So make a 1 through the 6's. Write that x equals now 24 divided by 6. Skip count by 6. 6, 12, 18, 24. So the answer here is x equals 4. Okay, let's check our answer by rewriting the original equation. Let's go ahead and just do this right here. We're going to put parentheses around the x. Okay, minus 13 equals 11. You're going to put 4 in the place of x. Say 6 times 4 minus 13. Does it give you 11? Okay, what is 6 times 4? 6 times 4, anybody? 6 times 4? It is 24. If you subtract 13, will you get 11? Well, let's check. 24 minus 13. 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 11 does equal 11. And then we put a check mark because that is a true statement. Go ahead and get that down. Okay, so let's read equation number 3. Read it with me. It says 21 plus 5x equals 61. Okay? Okay, what is different about this equation? It's a little different, isn't it? It does not start with the term, right? Usually 5x is right here. Okay, but you must know that if I say 21 plus 5x, that is the same as saying 5x plus 21. Okay? They are going to give you the same value. You call this the commutative property. Commutative. Okay? So this is a property in algebra which basically tells you that even if you switch the places, if it's addition, it don't matter where you are, okay? Because 5 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 5. Wouldn't you say they're both 7? You would say that, right? Okay, so that's what this is saying. It is saying even if you switch the places of the term and the number, as long as it's addition, it means the same thing. So, let's go ahead and try and set this up. Solve for x. We're going to go ahead and make a t. All right. And we're going to continue to circle the term, which is 5x. So basically, circle the term with the coefficient and the variable that are touching. Okay. Now, the big question is, look at this number. It's 21. 21? Is that positive or negative? Is it positive or negative? Do you see a sign here? No. So you can assume that it is positive. So this is actually a positive 21. If you want to write positive 21, that's fine. We still need to do the opposite of 21 to get 5x by itself, okay? So what is the opposite of positive 21? Negative 21. Okay, very good. So let's do the operations. A positive 21 and a negative 21 make 0. You're going to bring down 5x. And now 5x is going to equal 61 minus 21. Okay? So 1 minus 1 is 0. 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay? So we get here that 5x now equals 40. It's asking what number times 5 gives you 40? What number times 5? Okay? You want to divide both sides by what? Divide both sides by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so x equals 40 divided by 5. 40 divided by 5. They're written both ways, right? So you say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. How many tallies? It's how many tallies? It's 8. So x should equal 8. All right. So if you check this equation, I'll go ahead and write it in blue. I'll say, all right, 21 plus 5x equals 61. So put parentheses around the x.